Please welcome Scott Hightower, Imperative to Spare Poems.
Reading 5 poems, so it's not a big shot. There's a film I like called The Single Man. It's about a gentleman who loses his husband in an accident, and he's kind of trying to find a way to stay alive for another day. It's mentioned in this poem. It's called When George Smells a Little Dog. There's an epigraph of Jean-Paul Sartre that says, "Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal." I was not sure I could handle viewing A Single Man, but I watched it last night, twice. Lots of scenes gave me pause. In particular, I wanted the one where George smells a little dog to go on forever. I have my fears of going under, my tough moments. Some nights are rougher than others. The past is my present business, and perhaps to some degree, living in the past is my future. I have a tiny clutch of loving and loyal friends, napping with the gun, my gun, in their hands. And still, I haven't met a dog I could live without. The pursuit of happiness. Now, this mentions Hecuba. Hecuba was the queen of Troy, loses her husband, so she's a queen, a widowed queen. And in the end, one of the stories, it's not a very happy ending. She loses her mind, and so the gods have mercy on her, turn into a dog, and she leaps off of a cliff and dies that way. So it's kind of a tragic ending. She's just a character. The pursuit of happiness. Your tributes are earned and deserved. That said, the high-ups review only affirms what I already know. Do they know that you sleep commando? Do they smile back at you when you look into the mirror after your morning shower? The reflection of self-possession is a fluid thing. Sometimes gratitude fulminates in the wisdom and tenderness of another's gaze. Goya's Maha Denuda comes to mind. Legend has it that Madame de Gaulle's accent once led journalists to misrepresent her answer when asked the secret basis of the satisfaction of one's life: happiness. I am not without my own private well of happiness. I am struggling with the cruelty of resolve. You cannot change a leopard's spots or a zebra's stripes. Amazingly, I have a vast inner field of peace on which I hope one day to build a new palace. I still want to wine and dine my friends there. I should have liked to have had Madame de Gaulle for tea. I am no Hecuba. I like dogs, but I don't want to be one. Working on a new collection. It's called Lord of the Swamp. It's a little bit like Animal Farm and a French satire about there's an orange pig at the center of it. That tells you what's going on. This is called Fire and Fury. Enough said, right? Fire and Fury. Orange pig, like Lazarus, comes, goes, gets a spray tan, comes again, spray tan in chief. Likes pimento cheese. One season, though known to be penurious, he hired a small army of independent contractors to to come to the farm and shovel manure across the fields. He neither fed them well nor contracted them any transport home. As he never reads, he assumed someone said something to him. We assumed someone said something to him. People came from nearby places and gazed across our fences at the muzzle velocity marine snow and said they could do so much better than that incompetent and reckless spray tan super spreader. The demise of tyranny. This is the last point of the manuscript. Predators' instincts are ruthless until the end. And in the end, their end stinks. Most reject Russian roulette, are also most always cowards. Some, without the comfort of one of their minions or children, joylessly bite the hospitably reserved revolver or the certitudinal cyanide backup. A few finally, hurriedly, coiffed and coutured, sprawl at their desk, on a sofa or on the floor without a pillow or blanket. What one does not want is to be hanged with one's mistress and some lickspittle in some piddling filling station, and then to have one's corpses reviled and festively photographed like a spent piñata or gas station sushi. That's from my book. Copies out here if you're interested. This is a retelling of the Good Samaritan. It's called View from the Ditch. The last one I'm going to read today. Thanks for being here. And you too. There's that. We're online too. You too. View from the Ditch. It's nice to have dominion over serpents and scorpions, to live with another set of eyes, to trust nothing by any means shall hurt you, life's possibilities and mysteries, to be petted and to pet. Jesus in Luke, who is my neighbor? And before that, Leviticus, how shall the stranger be treated? The sojourner fallen among thieves, the man in pain. Empathetically, the Samaritan's view reaches toward the man in pain. The view from the bottom of the ditch where the dog shits. Why flaunt your good blessings? Why bother to cast aspersions on those whose wings are clipped, no fault of their own? Twice passed by on the other side. Rock bottom, surmised as being a kind of self-indulgence. The Samaritan goes to the fallen sojourner and bestows him mercy. What's mine is yours, if you have need of it. My safety is yours, if you have need of it.